You know what I hate? Thanksgiving. The day of eating until the top button of your jeans pops is upon us, and for this Thanksgiving season, I would like to do the one thing I've always wanted to do ever since I started this podcast. Shit on a white people holiday. Let's start with the first issue this holiday has. When the fuck did this holiday become a day of giving thanks for everything you're grateful for? I may sound a little odd saying this with today's societal standards, but shouldn't we be grateful for everything we have every day? Or is that just me? Seriously, do we need a national holiday that people have off from work to give thanks to the fact that we spare yet another breath on this planet? Thought that would have been obvious. And the history of Thanksgiving from the perspective of the United States, where I live, makes it even harder to understand the holiday. If you're a third grader, Thanksgiving came about when the Pilgrims landed on the United States in the Mayflower and met a bunch of Native Americans, and both sides were cool with one another, so they celebrated their newfound friendship by feasting. What a load of bullshit. See, what they don't tell you about Thanksgiving is the fact that right after that short-lived peaceful dinner, Europeans across the globe absolutely demolished the native population to the point that most historians consider it genocide, which is absolutely horrible. Native Americans greeted Europeans for the most part with open arms, and instead of reciprocation, they received STDs. I'm no saint, but at least I didn't kill almost all of a certain ethnicity and then proclaim a national holiday in honor of my one peaceful meal with them. That's like Judas getting Jesus killed and then proclaiming Supper Day in honor of his last meal with the guy. And of all fucking people, Abraham Lincoln was the guy who made Thanksgiving a national thing, the resentful emancipator himself. People argue that Lincoln's views on equality are part of the larger societal viewpoint at the time, but that just sounds like an excuse to not call Lincoln a racist. The guy who felt as though African Americans needed to be set free also wasn't an abolitionist, even though he was against slavery. I get that Lincoln couldn't have been that open about black equality, but he never addressed equality in his presidency, and when he did, it was because the Union was getting their asses handed to them by a bunch of racist, white, hillbilly, stinky, moronic Southerners whose grandkids somehow believed the Civil War was about states' rights. States' rights to what, you fucking idiots? Okay, I'm getting off track. Back to this disaster of a holiday. The other thing I hate about Thanksgiving is the fact that the common food to eat is turkey. Fucking turkey. The way most people cook it, that shit is dry and bland as could be. You'd have to be a Hispanic mother in order to make a turkey taste good, and most of the time, us Hispanics are having pernil with yellow rice and gandules. Turkey is horrible if you don't make it right, and even then, it's not for everyone, but I will admit, a free turkey is good no matter how you cook it. Speaking of which, why the fuck are turkeys so fucking expensive? What fat tub of monkey shit bought so many turkeys that we're actively running out of them now? And then there's football. What in the holy fuck does football have to do with Thanksgiving? I'll tell you what, nothing. Not a single fucking thing. Football and Thanksgiving are just monetary ploys that make people buy unnecessary things and celebrate ungrateful holidays that have a past far darker than most people know. This whole society is slowly falling apart, and I blame Thanksgiving, but at least it's not